Welcome everyone. Good day, we should say. Thanks for joining us again. There's only 3 Musketeers this week. It's in the AM session, so Aiden Potts couldn't make it. I'm joined as always. We'll go first up in the other corner. We got Fletcher Demario Douglas Masters. To my other left, we have Garrison Brian Thomas Jr. Steele, and I am Mitch. Who we got for the other one? Chase Brown. That worked out well.
It's Chase Brown.
We actually didn't plan that out, so that worked pretty well. How are we, boys?
Good, very good.
We've got a bit of yapping to go on. So let's get straight into it. First of all, some housekeeping. Big milestone for us.
Massive milestone.
Hit the 100 mark.
It's fucking huge.
Yeah, thank you to everyone. But I think we give ourselves a pat on the back.
Thank you, fellas. Lady fellas as well.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
mate, it's just momentum's going there now. I think we hit the 48th best podcast in Australia now. So
we're on the come up.
Sponsors are coming flying through the.
Yeah, what sort of sponsors have you had?
Oh, mate.
Heinz. I've had Heinz reach out.
Toasted TV reached out to me, and Rage.
When you said Toasted TV in the chat, I was like, hang on, that's like such a like, what was that from? And I got flashbacks just hit me,
so
ABC.
I got like Ready Steady Cook and Dr. Phil. All these memories just hit me. So
they've reached out.
Yeah. So thank you to everyone. There's some wafflers out there, fellow wafflers, so it's good to see.
It's really nice to see that when the content gets uploaded, that it's not just like we're actually getting people commenting. Like,
it's not an echo chamber.
Yeah,
like we're just talking to ourselves.
We're not posting it and then go and re-commenting on ourselves and post it back up. Like, there's actually people out there who watch it, and it's actually really good. Like Bugs has been coughing a spray, and
it's good.
Yeah,
like Flager's TikTok's account's going well, and we're getting comments from that, so it's good to see. We've even seen some bloke say he's an American, come down to Australia, get his fix from that regard. So that's sort of our niche area, what we want to target. So thank you, everyone. In line with that, I think we got to rip the Band-Aid off. I think we can
for the fourth time.
For the fourth time, we've double checked this time. We've actually done a Google search. We've done an Instagram search. G'day Gridiron is no more. Out of respect for a fellow.
Is his name Ian?
Sorry,
is his name Ian? Or?
Ian. Sorry, Ian, if that's correct.
Ian I don't know.
I should have checked your name before. But they're another Australian NFL lovers. Check out the Instagram. So
just down the road, actually, they are.
They're actually in the similar area to us.
So Brook.
So best of luck to them and go and check them out. And apologies for the error, but we've done our due diligence, and we're announcing our new name, our third name. Hopefully, it's our final one. It's Fourth Down Under. Okay, now we've got a new brand, new logo. It looks pretty schmick. Aiden looks like a Wall Street broker in it, so it's pretty accurate. He did a pretty good job.
They've done a good job.
By the time you see this, it should all be up and advertised. So Fourth Down Under from now on.
Now, for people that don't know the meaning behind Fourth Down Under,
go ahead. Yep.
So fourth down is the term in NFL. You obviously have four, like in your set, you have 4 tackles. And it's fourth down, you generally get your punt out, or if you got short yardage, you run it, or you pass it. Yeah.
If you're Dan, you don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
you just
exactly.
Go for it.
You just run, you just go. And obviously down under because we are Aussie. So fourth down under because we're going for the fourth down version, and we are from
risky blokes, and there's 4 of us.
Yes.
So play on words.
Yep.
So,
well, there's only 3 today, but
we'll
be third
true.
down.
We're third down under today. Hopefully we get the extra down next one. So yeah, that feels good. I said this about 6 weeks ago, but we're pretty confident with this one. We've actually put some money. We've put some money into this, so we've got to.
We mean business.
We mean business.
We're here for it.
We've got 100. We're on the up. So we've got a bit of around the league news. We'll go. I know you put this in the fantasy chat, Gussie, but I think it's worth the main discussion. Is Ricky for 49ers?
Big Ricky Purcell.
First rounder, Niners. He's finally getting some action this week.
First round pick, number 31. They got him. Now he's so good in college when he's playing out of Florida at the Gators. He's fucking unreal. But like I was saying to you guys before, the transition between college and NFL is like it's it's like walking to crawling.
Yeah,
It's wild. But Big Ricky, you know, he got shot at the bank. They try and take his Rolex, but I
It's
think
nuts, by the way.
the fact that it's come at perfect timing for the 49ers,
Yeah.
with
100%.
Jawan Jennings ruled out this week. It feels a wide receiver 3 slot for him.
Debo's a bit banged up.
Debo's a bit banged up. Brendan Ayuk's had that
Still missing.
one game.
Yeah.
But I think he's only projected 5 points. I think he's gonna probably exceed that and get you maybe 12, maybe 14. I think it's just gonna open up a lot for him. And I know he's such a good route runner. And he's got a bit of size about him. Like, he's not the skinniest bloke in the draft. He's not Xavier Worthy spec, and he's not Joe Alt spec.
Is that a
But
mill?
I think Ricky's gonna be good, and I think he's gonna be good for the rest of the year. And that's kind of biased, not kind of biased. Being a 49ers fan,
Well, projected 5 points. That's nothing really. Like
it's not
a couple receptions and 30
it's
yards.
it'd be 3 targets on 25 yards.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's gonna be good for it.
But in saying that, it might just be a start, and they might just try to
They might just use him for
throw him a
blocking.
few routes, maybe get his legs working a little bit. So,
Yeah.
um,
I'd like to
that's
see.
the risk, I guess,
I'd
but-
like to see him play good. One, being a 49ers fan, and two, because of the story behind him.
100%.
I
So
would.
sick.
Where did he get shot?
I believe it was in his left shoulder.
Right.
I believe, yeah. Watch on the left wrist, got shot. They tried to take the watch.
You know where the Chiefs are targeting.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes will be
the new premier linebacker.
McDuffie will tackle him, and he'll just get in there, and he'll just put his thumb right in where the bullet wound was.
Ref, did you see that? Because
No.
the Chiefs, no one gives a fuck.
If anything, will go flag 49ers have been shot.
The ref would have put his whistle in the wound as well. So
No, but yeah, I'd like to see him go good. Fellow 49ers fan, Seb, picked him up off the waivers.
yeah, he did too. It's pretty sick that we've got a first rounder like starting. It's a bit of an injection, you know. Everyone's keen for the rookies now. It's 7 weeks in. Everyone sort of knows how they're going to go.
Yeah, and
Blake
now
Corum's just going to be remember
he
the talks of that in this preseason?
yeah, he'll give you
3 rushes, 5 rushes.
for the third to convert the first
Yeah,
down.
but now we've got an unknown. You know, Ricky could be anything. He
Pretty
could even
Ricky.
be Brandon Ayuk.
Pretty Ricky. I like Pretty Ricky.
So that's great. I'm a bit short around the legs, a bit quiet relatively this week.
One is out of Pittsburgh is Russell Wilson.
Oh,
is
sorry, of
starting,
course. Yeah,
And late news today that Mason Rudolph is starting for
true.
Tennessee Titans.
So
What do you think about those two boys?
Well, we spoke about Wilson and Fields, whether if they're going to swap him out last week, didn't we?
we
We
did.
did.
What did you guys all say?
I
Keep him?
I said keep Fields.
Fields, yeah.
I said I think they should keep him, but I think they will go to Russell. I didn't think it was going to be this fucking week.
Yeah.
Like,
Neither
that's
did I.
so.
That was such a short turnaround. We literally did the podcast, talked
Yeah.
about it, and a couple hours later, or maybe the next day, bang, there it was.
It's pretty rough on Fields.
like,
Because he's not putting up Bryce Young numbers, that's for sure.
no, and like,
So,
it's not like they've got the best weapons to work with. Like,
yeah.
you know, George Pickens has been running his mouth more than routes, and like, they got Najee Harris and like they're not
Warren's
known.
been
Steelers,
injured for
yeah, exactly.
like,
Like Steelers aren't
half
known
of
for
the
their
year.
offense. They never have been,
maybe
and
their
like
defense.
to carry. Well, he hasn't carried them. The defense has been good, but Russell Wilson's not expected to be MVP either. So like, I thought they would give him a lot more leeway. I'm very surprised by it, to be honest.
I think Justin Fields has been fucking dealt the worst cards.
Yeah.
He handled it very well. You see his interview.
Yeah, he
It was
handled
so
shit
good.
heaps well, but like, man, when he was at Chicago, he didn't have the weapons that Caleb Williams has. He didn't have the O line that Caleb Williams has. I bet my bottom dollar if you were to keep Justin Fields in that side, their record would be better.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Oh, but
I think
I
from
like
at
me
least-
some Caleb. I hate to say it, but I think he's a better thrower. But like, it's Russ Wilson. Like that's my biggest thing about it. It's not so much if Fields is the future, or whatever. It's just, I guess that sort of proves though, Tom, like the injury thing was actually kind of correct. He was just waiting for Wilson to be.
But
Because
has
otherwise he
Wilson,
would've
Wilson
waited.
been injured for like
Well,
the
he's-
past 3 weeks?
That's true, but his calf was lingering. But fair enough, if they were 4-4, then they start Wilson. But it just seems out of the blue to not be
Yeah.
an injury
I
thing.
think because they came from they were so hot on fields. They were up 3-0. They
Mm.
had a perfect record,
Yeah.
and then they just slowly started going down. I think that's where they go, all right, let's start moving some figures out.
Let's
and
do it now.
Let's do it now so we can potentially save the season.
Yeah.
But I still don't think Wilson's the answer.
No.
I don't think
He's definitely not the answer, that's for sure.
I know you're going to get, if you had him in as your quarterback, he's going to get you some points because he's going to fucking pass the ball.
Well, and fair enough. It just seems weird at the timing because fair enough they came off a hard loss where Fields played bad. It was 32-13 against the Raiders. Like they flogged them.
Against who?
The Raiders. I'm pretty sure last start
They won.
they flogged them.
So what?
And-
What you,
Like so, it just seems like. But then again, 7
You
weeks
think-
seems a long time for a calf to heal. So
so do you think there's potentially like some in-house going on there?
yeah,
Like there's drama in paradise.
I honestly don't.
What do you reckon, Flag?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one. I just think they done him dirty. And I don't like Russ either. He's shit. Get his jersey down.
Do you reckon? Okay. Do you reckon Russ is going to be better than Broncos Russ? That was true slinging. I think he'll be.
Broncos Russ was okay.
He's okay, but
I don't think he's going to be putting up better numbers in Fields. That's for
yeah.
sure.
He's projected like 15.5 points or something.
I think Pickens will
Thrive more.
get more targets, pepper targets, and that will make his big ego happy. But I don't think it's going to make them a difference to Steelers. To be honest, I think either way it's a sideways sort of
If
move.
they're going to make the playoffs, it's going to be surely from their
Defense.
defense.
Oh,
And
yeah.
As always. TJ carrying him.
Yeah, but their offense isn't getting them.
Nah, no way.
Uh,
The things that's going to keep them in the close contest is their defense, and
Yeah.
if they can get stops down the other end of the field, that's where they'll score their touchdowns because they're not gonna get fourth down stops up their end and go
Yeah.
99 yards down that field that way.
They're not going to
Which
Then
maybe
get-
that's their line of thinking. Maybe they think Russ gives them a higher ceiling, whereas Fields more consistent, but just he's limited by his throwing. So that might be it. Yeah, it's just a weird one. But that one's even probably more. The Mason Rudolph thing is probably a lot more. You can see it after seeing Will Levis for 6 weeks. And
Fucking
that
pissed
was
me off. That's what I've done.
oh yeah, because you're a Calvin Ridley owner fantasy wise.
Nah, I fucking traded him
Oh, sorry.
this week.
Addison's a good
Addison's a great
Yeah.
pickup.
and
I-
Rudolph's
Addi-
not he left
he was at the Steelers, wasn't he?
yeah he left. Remember he was part of the quick trivia.
I remember Mason
Brady's got more
Rudolph
bowls and then,
last year. I remember in the chat you actually wrote they had a Christmas game, and you wrote, "Of course, a fucking bloke named Rudolph is going to kill it on Christmas." He put up like 26 points that day.
yeah. But man, I saw I was reading a few forums this morning. I saw Will Levis was obviously thing, and they said, "Oh, I can't believe I bet $200 on Will Levis to throw an interception, and he only threw 4 passes, and he got pulled from the game." And they said, "Thank God he threw a pick in the first 4 passes." And that sums up Will Levis. to me.
$200 on Will Levis to throw an interception
In 4 passes.
$1. That'd be so
Would
low.
have been some like big parlay or something, but
That's
and
funny.
Titans are dire at the moment, man. Like you've lost Derek. It was like your franchise piece, like your identity.
D Hop's like he's
D-Hop's just
on the way out.
he's on the way out.
Respectfully,
He's like a 13-year-old family sort of. dog at
he's
the moment.
gone through primary school
Yeah,
and he's at high school and he's
Yeah.
about to graduate year 12.
yeah, he's in a crossroads of his life.
He's just getting the checks.
He is.
Yeah, and who else? Like really, Ridley's there complaining to reporters.
They've got Tanner Boyd from Cincinnati. He was the
Pollard's doing good though.
Yeah,
Pollard's
actually,
killing it.
Pollard's the bright spot.
Compared to last year, like Kel had Pollard last year, and didn't he pick him up pretty
he
high
was
as
awful.
well?
He was like
And he was
late.
atrocious.
He was going late at the turn. I think it was the second round. Like
Yeah.
He was,
top
he was at
15.
Dallas last year, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was hyped
Something
up
about
at
Dallas RBs, they're just no good.
I just can't.
Speaking of Dallas RB, quickly while it's on
Mm.
the topic,
Yep.
that RB from Boise State. What's his name?
Boise State,
Yeah, what's his name? What's his name again?
Ashton Genty.
Ashton
Genty.
Genty. Talk, he might end up at Dallas.
Oh,
Can you imagine that? If
You
he
just
can
see
live,
where he goes.
if he can live up to the hype, there's talk he can go to Dallas
If he goes to Dallas,
because Dallas record right now is not that red hot.
But do you reckon, like, the last high running back pick was Bijan? I can't remember who he was picked. He wasn't, like, top 3. He
well,
would've-
Gibbs
was he-
was
Gibbs
12.
was 12th.
And Bijan was before him, though.
Not same year though.
No, but I'm saying,
No,
like,
that was the same year.
No, they weren't.
Bijan and Gibbs.
I don't think
They-
so.
yeah, they
Bijan
would've
was
been.
the year
Yeah,
before,
last
wasn't
year.
he?
Bijan's his second year now.
Yeah.
Isn't he third year?
No.
Fuck.
So
Because it was like him and Gibbs coming into the season.
He's a Texas boy. Go the Horns.
who's that?
Bijan.
Oh, Bijan.
He's a Longhorn.
Okay, so I was going to say they have gone away from running backs, but they still draft them relatively high. So
Well,
fuck,
the
he could be a
first
top
the
3.
first running
pick.
back, just the draft's just so QB dominant,
Yeah.
and like I've
For-
also
for good
and
reason.
also
Yeah.
seen O-line and edges
Yeah.
and stuff coming in early now.
Well, running
Like-
backs are basically just used for their rookie contract, 4 years, and if they want a lot of money, piss them off and find someone else. you know?
RB, the first RB was Jonathan Brooks this year, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Another Texan,
But even he was second
Was he?
rounder.
second round. Like
So there you go.
second round pick.
And he's
9
coming
or
off an
something.
ACL. And he's the first pick. Like,
But he was also injured.
Yeah,
So that dropped a
yeah,
little.
he
That's-
probably would have been a
um,
first rounder. without
that's
the ACL.
fucking pretty risky from a team's perspective drafting somebody, especially Carolina.
Yeah.
Like taking
I rate it. I like
taking
the
an
balls.
injured RB there, banking on the fact that he's gonna have the ceiling he had. At
Well,
Texas.
unrelated, it was similar to the Denver Nuggets with Michael Porter Jr.
Mm.
He
That's
was
true.
really high stock, got injured, dropped. Denver picked him up,
That's
played the
true.
long game, and
I don't rate Porter Jr. but
Oh, for what they got for him, like an 18 pick.
oh yeah, fuck where they
Yeah.
got him and everything, completely like
I think it's worth it for Carolina as well. Like
100%.
they can wait.
If they get a star running back out of the second round, fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
he might not even play this year. They might just keep Chubb
Yeah.
there and use that as tanking, and then
yeah, if one
Did
thing
they-
at Carolina has, it's time.
and Carolina will potentially look at getting a QB next year, whether it's Carson Beck or Sion Sanders,
Throwing up under the Wolves.
or the
Bastard.
If they
Cam
play their
Ward
cards
from,
right,
like-
they could do something good.
They could.
Carolina.
That trade ruined them, though. They haven't got their first pick, I don't think, this year coming up.
Bryce Young.
Bears, Everett, pretty sure.
No, they don't. But fuck, they could have had CJ Stroud, man.
But then there's also
Like, they could have had
Oh, no.
fucking CJ.
If you went through that draft, fuck.
I saw this post and it was all the potential trades before the deadline,
Yeah.
and it was pretty much all of the
From
Panthers
Bryce.
wide receivers. It was like Leggett, Johnson, and Smile. I think it was Miles or something like that. I don't know.
So
Yeah,
fucked, man.
Just quickly before we move on, how fucked is it that we've had so many QB changes and yet Deshaun Watson's still
Oh,
still starting with James Winston
I-
there in the background?
Deshaun Watson was, he was so good. He was so good
Texans.
at Texans, man. Like,
I think he just had to go. You know what? And we'll leave it at that.
I still rate him.
What, as a player? Mate, he's
He's
a fuck
got-
it. If you haven't watched the
You
Browns
can't
game,
rate him as a player or a person.
I don't rate him as a person.
mate,
But so the stuff he was doing at the Texans.
yeah, that was
fucking
so
unreal.
long ago,
It was
mate.
so
You
good.
watch the Browns game, fuck me.
I seen something. I seen him throw an intercept the other week, and I was just going, "Fuck!" Or he overthrew to Amari, and I'm like, when he was there, I was like, "You could have got 6 there."
Well, like, before we move on, Bo Nix, I watched that game the other night.
Oh,
How he somehow overthrew and underthrew
in
both
the same,
perfect
in the
Yeah.
same.
It was wide open both. One was down the sticks in the corner, which
other one
the
was like
safety was
20
kind
yards
of there,
out.
so I can understand it. The tight end was right there, and he went dead in the middle. Like
I'm pretty sure the stat was Bo Nix is the first quarterback in history to overthrow
Perfectly
on
underthrown,
a one
yeah.
pass.
for a bloke that had 185 yards over for Bo Nix, it wasn't good sight. So. Moving on to our fantasy talk, we've covered most of it in our Nibbly session previously, but we still had some changes. Big one we mentioned before, Devontae and Amari to potentially wide receiver ones, fantasy rest of season. But where do we really project them to be rest of season? Do you boys have a rough top 10, top 5,
I
top
reckon we
15?
start with the man
Let's
that
start with
has
Devontae.
acquired
I know.
Amari Cooper.
Mm.
Let us know your thoughts, Flegger.
Yeah, look, I acquired Murray Cooper after bagging out Josh Allen all year.
Yeah, this is
True.
true.
He's a big Josh Allen.
This is big. He's so hot on Allen right now.
Um,
Word around the league is that Flegger wants to trade for Allen.
But I just think, like, looking at like Shakir, he's done pretty good. And then looking at Amari coming in as a lot better wide receiver, I can't see him putting up worse numbers than Shakir. So I think his floor is probably going to be around 13, 14.
This
'cause, like,
week or the year?
just for the year. That'd be his
Yeah,
floor.
okay.
And then I think his ceiling could be, who knows,
Who
really.
knows? Jamar Chase. What about Devontae?
Devontae?
You a bit higher or lower compared to Murray?
I think Devontae, well, everyone's obviously saying like he is now the red zone favorite, which will be interesting to see how. Like obviously they're going to get down the field quicker with all their options and stuff like that, and how much they actually do use him in the red zone. I'd love to see how much it takes away from Brees in that red zone.
As a Brees owner.
Yeah, as a Brees owner. But no, like I think they're both pretty much going to put up somewhat similar numbers.
Okay.
I think Devontae may be a bit more inconsistent with his
Yeah.
numbers, just purely because of their room
Yeah.
in the wide receivers and RBs and whatnot.
Pretty sensible take. What about you, Gussie?
I've changed my mind on Amari Cooper 5 times this week.
Were you like high, low?
I was so high on him, and then I was so low on him. I'm fucking back to high.
Back to high.
Back
Okay.
to
You
high,
didn't go
like-
in the middle. You went back to high.
It's like a roller coaster for me with Amari.
Woo!
Being a previous Amari owner last year, we in our trade we did.
You still got it.
Still got it.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be unbelievable at the Bills.
Yeah.
I think you compared to the Shakir numbers and stuff, I think he's doubling Shakir's numbers.
Yeah.
I can see him going so well at the Bills. He has never really had a solid QB who can fucking
Last
pass
one would
the
have been
ball.
well, even if you want to call Dak that, but Allen's still
when he
tiers
was
above.
when he was at Cowboys,
yeah,
but
you could Allen's a tier above Dak as it is. So
I think Amari's like, if I knew that trade that you did with Aiden, like what you traded for, and you got Amari,
Yeah.
I probably would have put a peace offering in myself.
Yeah.
Because I really thought Aiden was going to be like, I want Brees Hall after the trade went through, or I want Kyron Williams, or I want Tyreek Hill. Or something.
Yeah. Well, when I had done the trade with Aiden and he first did it, I went back and I said, I want Amari, and I said Amari and Jordan Mason for Josh Jacobs, and he said, would you chuck in another player? And I said, take your pick. And he come back with JMO, and I said, done deal.
Okay, that's fucking fair. That is a fair trade. But
I think it's very fair.
I was expecting Bugs to turn
Just
around
because
and
of
go,
his
I
nature.
want Deontay Johnson for Amari Cooper clean swap.
Yeah, and it was
You know why it was a reasonable take?
What?
Because he asked me do you reckon this is unfair, and I said, mate, you don't know what Amari's going to be.
JMO and Amari are
Yeah.
so similar. But
JMO's been very consistent for.
I think that
I'm a
When
lot
you
high on
actually look
JMO.
at JMO's
Numbers.
weeks, he's put up, apart from 1 week,
Yeah.
he's got more
put up-
points than
yeah,
St. Brown.
which is ridiculous. Like you look at him still week to week, like as a boom or bust, but he's pretty much
That's what-
just been boom.
Boomer.
Exactly. We talked about that on
Consistent
Thursday.
boom.
Like
Yeah.
I looked at him week 1 and 2, like vertical Fred. He'll get fucking 50-yard deep throw every now and then, but
Yeah.
it's like a Worthy kind of situation.
Yeah.
But he's
Yeah.
been consistent. So
He has been.
So consistent.
a lot of sample size there now. For me, I've got Devontae finishing on fringe 10th wide receiver for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
The rest of the season. So people I have ahead of him are, of course, I'm not going to list them out, but the Jamar Chases, Jeffersons of the world.
Have you got him? Who have you got sitting higher?
So I've got
Mike
these.
Evans
So
or Devontae?
just listing off, no particular order. Besides those St. Browns, AJ Brown, I've got Neighbours above him. Got AJ Brown above him. I've got Chris Godwin above him.
Yeah.
Got Stephon Diggs with Nico out indefinitely. I've also got these are probably the more notable around that tier range. I've got Cooper Kupp and Drake London just slightly above him
Yeah.
rest of the season, but still top 10, which is a lot better than what he's projected.
So you
the
got
Raiders.
Godwin as the new wide receiver 1 over Evans?
I think there's enough sample size there, especially in PPR.
Yeah. I've seen a
Sort
lot
of-
of people putting Godwin.
The Godwin is now his new favorite. Yeah.
but-
I'm still high on Mikey Evans.
Oh, yeah.
but Godwin's
so
been
left a lot.
It's-
Which one is
it's
it going to
1A,
be?
1B.
yeah, Godwin's been like league winner, and PPR is going to be slotted with more
It's fucking
targets.
on ESPN app. He's number 1 wide receiver.
Really?
He's wide receiver 1 on the app.
Yeah, right. PPR, that's insane.
It's fucked.
As far as Amari, I've got him probably a tier below Devontae for rest. I just think Rodgers is going to pepper him with targets. It's going to be like Raiders on steroids, where they just pepper him. he might get 8 yards. Now he gets 16 yards. Woo!
Yeah,
But people ahead of Murray, I've got him around that 17, 19th
I got
mark
him
the rest of the
20,
season.
top 20, 100%.
So people actually have ahead of him would be I still got Deontay Johnson,
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Ryan
I'd take-
Thomas, Jaden Reed, DK. But in that sort of slot of Zay Flowers, no, actually, I'd probably have him higher of Zay Flowers, but
Have him
around that,
higher than Zay?
I'd have him in that same tier.
Yeah,
Okay, same
I'd say
tier. I
that.
probably
So,
wouldn't put him higher than Zay.
The Jaden Reed's, Deontay, maybe half a tier higher, DK half a tier higher.
Yep.
Then slot the but
I feel like
that
you
the
can't be-
range
you
for
can't be
Amari,
any higher
So-
as of yet as well.
yeah,
so.
the range though
So
is
big.
so much than I think Devontae's floor and ceiling
Yeah.
is. Like Amari, like Bills haven't had that tag of a wide receiver
Yeah.
one. They've just had a committee this year.
Since Diggs, yeah.
But the thing that I actually brought up with Aiden the other day is remember how the Bills went away from targeting Diggs the last few weeks and actually went pretty good, like record wise last
in the
season.
back end of the season.
I wonder if that's by purpose of whether Diggs was shit, or they didn't like Diggs, or if they just wanted to go more of a committee sort
Do you
of.
think
I think
that
it's probably a
was his
bit of
way
a
out?
mix.
Yeah. So
You think that was Diggs' the
True, that's another thing with the
organisation saying,
contract, yeah.
okay, he's on the way out.
that could be
We need
another
to
thing.
start looking to feed new people. So when
Yeah.
he leaves, we've got someone that can
Yeah.
fill that role.
But imagine if Amari ends up being like Diggs from 2 years ago. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Like it is possible, but
Yeah.
it is possible that he also just puts up
same as Browns.
mediocre numbers.
So, pretty exciting stuff.
With the between the top 10 and so from 10 to 30
Mm.
in wide receivers.
Oh.
That 20 range, like that 30 could be 11.
Well, when you heard that trade, I was like, wow, that's going to put like Devonta out there with the tier 2 wide receivers. Like, holy fuck, there's some good wide receivers in the league.
Yeah.
Like, shit, Amari at 17 is no slide on him. It's just like that's probably his best situation. And
Like you look at
still that.
17, like that's still a good wide receiver. Like
Yeah.
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 Who's 17 at the moment? I'd love to know.
Let's look up actually. PPR.
I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say 17 is going to be...
Do you want this week or rest of season?
This week
no,
right now?
we'll go for points
I reckon this week,
like, as of this week.
as of
who
this week
scored.
right now, I'm going to say Zay Flowers is 17.
It's got Debo
Tracy London.
Samuel.
Debo.
That sounds
Wait
about right.
for rest of season or this year?
Just now.
No, now,
right
like-
now. Go on the app.
Yeah, I'm on the app. Oh, like literally just from their points.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't look at that.
I think.
Rest of the season they've got.
Oh, I think I can.
They've
Oh, you
got
go the rest of the season.
Scary Terry at 17.
Yeah,
for
that
the rest
sounds
of the
fair.
season.
Oh, he's
I had him around
been
that-
so good
I had
this
that around that
year.
range as well.
Terry McLaurin, it started so slow for him because Jaden Daniels obviously needed to build his confidence and he was very run dominant in the first couple of games. Now he's airing it out, man. Terry McLaurin is killing it. Absolutely
Oh, did you
killing
say
it.
Zay?
Yes, it's
He's
Zay.
18th.
Oof.
So yeah, you're around that. So there you go. That sounds about.
Yeah.
You take that.
Fuck yeah, you would. I like Zay. Zay's so
I do like
nice.
Zay.
I had but Zay and George Pickens were my two when I was doing heaps of mock drafts. They were my flex options, and man, I'm fucking so glad I didn't take George Pickens. I was going to take Pickens over Ridley.
Yeah.
My feel good story of the week. We talked about Ricky. Nick Chubb
Oh.
is slide for his quick return this week. He's come back. You know that meme of Donald Glover where he just walks in with the pizza and it's just flames everywhere.
Can't say I do. Sorry.
Oh, like you know that where the guy walks in, he's got pizza and he's smiling at the
Oh,
whole apartment's
yeah,
just
yeah,
on
yeah.
flames. That's like Nick Chubb coming to the Browns.
I'm
like
so excited
such
to
a
see him. back.
good. Fuck, his knee was like a car. Like that was like a car crash. That injury he
It
had,
was so fucked.
and he's just a freak that he is. He's come back to a very dog shit situation, but. Hope all the best. Do you have much expectations for him to be like a startable RB2
I got
come
him
the
as
season?
startable RB1 this week.
RB1?
Yeah, well, forward's out,
Yeah.
and the only person they have that could potentially steal something is Foreman.
Yeah, but I don't. I don't
I'd
think
say
they're going to
startable
give him full
RB1, but
workload.
He's definitely he's a.
Nick Chubb is Nick Chubb, man. I think
Who are they playing?
I think he's going to come and he's going to do damage this week.
I think rest of the season he's on that fringe RB2, but fuck,
think
that would be such a Browns thing to do is
I
give him
think
30
it's gonna-
carries a week.
I think it's going to
One
be
day.
like the Kyron situation last year. You picked up Kyron off waivers when he was injured,
Yeah.
and he come back and give you a 30 bomb game one. I think I can see it.
Yeah, but Kyron didn't have his knee exploded.
He still had a significant injury though, didn't he?
No, not really. I think he just came in after Akers got his. Either way,
They got
Anyways, I reckon the rest of the season he's more looking like he'll be a solid
and versus the
RB2, RB1.
Bengals.
Probably going to be a shootout that one, so maybe not that many rushing attempts as is. Well, when I say shootout, I mean the
Jerry
Bengals are going to
Jeudy.
put 40 on them. But
Yeah, Jerry Judy stock.
exactly. Someone's got to catch the ball. Oh, and Joku. What about you, Flegg? You got high hopes for him? Or?
Oh, like I do. I want to have high hopes for him. I think for the start he'll be somewhat slow getting into things again. Like he's probably not going to go into big hits and stuff like that straight off the bat. But yeah, like he's Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
I think he's bound to eventually in the next few weeks put up good numbers.
Yeah.
I think the big thing behind Nick Chubb returning is like the Browns O line.
They've been pretty shit.
He's only going to be as good as what the O line can give him.
Yeah.
The thing that I love about Nick Chubb, though, is consistency. He's probably the most, besides Derrick Henry. Like, look up his last few season stats. Like, he has just been
So
a
consistent.
tier of consistency, which is pretty rare for a running back. So, be interesting to see. Sweet. So, Bears best bets. What have we got this week? How did we go last week, Fleet? After that high that we had.
Let me just check real quick. Pretty rough week. No, I would say I got done dirty.
That's what we all say.
It was a 6-leg multi, and I only got 2. I missed out on DJ Moore, Saquon Barkley.
That's fucked.
CD Lamb and Jamar Chase for touchdown scores. So
yeah, I wish
you would
fucking
not
CD.
think that
especially
those
Saquon.
four
I
would
thought
not
Saquon
score.
was gonna.
Well, even CD with the blowout, you thought he would have got one pity touchdown in there, but no.
Well, Saquon
Cowboys
was
didn't even
the
score.
It was on the other
second,
way.
had the second lowest odds at $1.65.
Who?
Yeah,
Saquon.
he disappointed if you were a Saquon owner last week. That was meant to be a hammer.
Fuck.
game.
Sorry, just while Saquon's quickly on it.
Yeah.
Saquon this week. Return to New York. Fuck. It's got highlights written all over it.
Our
Doesn't
fellow Aussie though, Jordan, has been on the IR, which is
Yeah,
sad
that
to see.
sucks.
Rest up, Jordan.
What you got, Fleet?
But I think like we've got some good stars back this week. Some good notable in. So it's a 5-leg multi, all touchdown scorers. Going with Chase again, which Mitch Brown said it's going to be an absolute shit fire up there.
Fucking
You've got Montgomery, standard.
It's just,
Saquon Barkley, like you can't go 2 weeks without a touchdown, really. I've chucked Chuba in there. I think he's going to have a big game. Don't worry.
It's paid out.
And then I've just gone Derrick Henry. So that's it.
It's pretty good.
And that was $25 to 1 odds. So pays out $1.29. I thought I had Kyron Williams in there, but I guess not.
Oh.
Actually, no, I went to put in Kyron Williams, but the market wasn't up for their game for some reason.
I was trying to hammer Audric. I'm a degenerate gambler, I guess, when I'm talking about betting on Audric Esteem. Running. I tried it. I saw a Reddit post where his over under was 14 yards. I wanted to fucking hammer that shit. I
Really?
couldn't find no Australian
what did he
bookies
end
with
up having?
27.
Oh, he's that far under the radar that he's not.
He was a touchdown scorer, but you couldn't find him on the rushing markets. Fucking Ladbrokes and Sportsbet, pick your fucking game up.
That's
Fix
funny,
your
man.
shit.
I want feed me.
Give me Audric numbers.
I want what color, what shoes are Anthony Richardson going to wear this week? Like that sort of market.
I was gonna maybe we should start our own bookie where it's literally just the list
unknowns
climbers in there. Just
Like the people, the fringe 0.1
like
fantasy.
Chop Robinson,
yeah.
Chop Robinson chance
get a
for 4
sack.
sacks.
Yeah.
Or something
Yeah.
like that.
I reckon that'd go out because a lot of those players are like it's like your mate were only gonna put your bet on. Like, you get all those ones like
Or even punter markets. Like
Yeah.
what? Well, they would. I'm sure some American bookie, but I know Australians a bit
Yard
lacking.
punting.
Yeah, like or where will it land the first punt of the first quarter? You know, shit
That
like that.
is so wild.
There's some wild markets
I've
there.
seen
Please get
heaps-
help if you have
I've
gambling
seen
shit.
heaps of parlays paying out. Americans, they love betting,
Oh,
man.
mate.
They love it.
yeah.
And they get
And they
sorry.
bet on the first touchdown scorers.
they love it.
Yeah.
And I seen one the other day. This guy put $20 on, and it paid 25 grand. He got 3 or 4 first touchdown scorers, and it
Yeah.
Right.
As soon as you put a first scorer or goes crazy. I
it's
remember
like first bucket in NBA.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, but that's so much more
That's
risky.
so risky, man.
'Cause it literally could be anyone.
You know the O line ain't going to score the first touchdown. It's either going to be a wide receiver or an RB. It's got to pick what team. You absolutely hating the gamble of wait to who wins the toss. Because like if Carolina versus the Eagles or something, then you're going, yeah, Saquon's
See, I
playing
hate those
first.
instant
And
ones.
Carolina,
Yeah.
I want to give you
gets the
hope
first
for the whole
drive.
game.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
like the ones that run out through the whole game because
Yeah.
you're invested. But as soon as if you put down a first touchdown scorer,
It makes you
And it's
fucking throw your
done.
phone.
Exactly.
It's
He doesn't
just like, I
want to
don't
watch
want to
the,
watch it
That's why I
anymore.
love the overs and like the handicap because you think even if it's getting flogged by 30 points, like, no, there's some garbage time left here. They could score 4 touchdowns. you know?
Your one the other day comes
Oh,
so
well,
close.
But I will
Fucking-
say, as someone who's put down one of a multi on a first touchdown score and it went, the rest of the game was a thriller.
Yeah,
That was,
it's a real.
oh my god.
Yeah.
And I had first touchdown. No, it was AFL. I had first goal scorer, and then I had someone for most disposals. So I got that first score, and then the rest of the game
Sit
I'm
on the
like
edge of your
on
seat.
my edge of the seat. Yeah, it was best game ever. I didn't win it anyway.
But it was good for that first 5
Yeah,
minutes.
it was
Yeah,
great.
what a first 5 minutes. Sweet. Well, thank you, Flager, as always. We're still in the green. Well, we will be in the green. So
Yeah, green
regardless.
for the rest of the season. Not to worry, lads.
Even if we break even this year, boys, he's done well.
He's had some fun. We
He's done well.
got 18 weeks of segment work. Like
Let's go,
that's worth
Flag.
the price of admission alone. So
Beautiful.
sweet. Well, our waffle corner this week. We've done a fair bit of waffling already, but we've got a little game by
None other than
the
Wall Street.
the Bear of
Are we
Wall
going
Street
now,
himself.
are we?
Oh well, if you like to get ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Get ready. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm ready.
Have you got it linked up there?
So what's the?
Yeah, I just got to add it.
Okay, sweet.
Take like 2 seconds.
We will have a few waffle ideas, but we thought we'd save it for Mr. Sleepyhead next week, using more of a main discussion point. So they can take it for a bit of time.
And just to let our viewers know, another reason why Aiden hasn't showed up, one, obviously because it's the AM.
that's the
Two,
main reason.
because obviously you all know it was going to be one of our first weeks back together. The gang is back, and the quiz was meant to be today.
Yeah. Oh, true.
And
Sorry.
I had spent upwards of 6 hours during the week to get this quiz, right? Go through, make it all, bang. 20-question quiz. And Aiden turns around and goes, I'm not coming in if the quiz is on.
Yeah, we've got that recorded as well. Last week we said, be here for the rubdown. I didn't hear any words come from this chair last week saying, yeah,
I
boys.
won't be there, boys.
I won't be there, boys. And all I heard was his silent.
Yeah, okay.
So,
yeah, no, he doesn't like the quizzes.
he for a man who talks a lot, he says he doesn't know a lot. But-
Should have seen how we got buzz around.
Yeah.
I've got the funniest buzzer names.
Oh, actually, yeah, we'll go with Flager's one, but we fucking forgot our main talking point. We'll bring that up as well. Well, do you want me to do that first? Or
Well, it's on my phone. It's probably because there's a lot of images. It's just taking a while to load.
yeah,
But I'll just see if it's.
we do have our little discussion point with the Jags and Patriots.
We're in.
Yeah,
All right.
all right.
Okay,
So-
sweet. Take us away, Flager. Introduce it.
So Mitch came to us yesterday and said, "Do you guys got any ideas for the waffle corner?" So I went onto my phone and I was like, "Fun NFL games." And this one sparked my mind. I thought it'd be pretty fun. So it's guess the NFL player. It's just going to be a photo across their eyes, and Mitch and Gary can work together, work against each
Is it
other.
scrolling down or is that literally it? Oh my god!
Okay.
We'll put this in the edit, but
Okay. So that's who you got.
hang on.
Alright.
So yeah. So do you want to
TJ
introduce
Watt.
it? Do you want to introduce it for the reels? So just introduce.
Yeah. So what should I
guess
say
these
just so-
players by.
So today we've got guess the NFL player.
All right. I'm going TJ Watt.
Fuck, this is actually. Are these current?
Yeah, these
Okay.
are all current.
I was
Oh.
gonna say Joe Montana. But,
Or Kirk Cousins.
fuck, he's some bags under his eyes, eh?
Yeah.
I feel like he's in a stressful position.
Pittsburgh. I'm going Watt.
Fuck, I have no idea, eh?
This one was probably one of the harder ones as well, I will say.
Yeah.
Because I had to
A
watch.
bit of grey hair, is it, on the side?
Is that blondish? Yeah, I'm going TJ Watt. I'm sticking with it.
Oh, I've got no chance. Let's go. It's got to be a quarterback because he's
Daniel Jones.
I'm trying to think of one. Just go.
Are they starters?
Yeah.
Yeah, they relevant players.
They're all relevant players. There is a few.
He froze in Audric.
I know those eyes. Let's just go Kirk Cousins, even though it's not.
So you've gone TJ Watt, Kirk
Yeah.
Cousins. TJ Watt's not a bad guess. Like, it does kind of look like him, but it is Cooper Cup.
Oh,
he's
holy
two.
shit!
He's two.
It's
Once you say it, once you,
Yeah.
yeah, right.
That's what I mean. Because like to me, it's so obvious. But like, I don't know what you guys are looking at. Like,
I'm thinking, like you said, he's got bags under his eyes. He's in a stressful situation. He looks old. He looks like he's been banged up. That's why I was like, TJ Watt.
Yeah, yeah.
but that I would say that's like to me that was one of the hardest ones.
Okay, let's go. I like it.
All right, so next one.
Fuck, I know this
we
one.
know those Gremlin eyes.
I
Russ.
thought I'd add that
It's
one.
danger, Russ
It's
Wilson.
pretty funny. All
Russ.
right, that is Russ. Well done. All right, moving on.
I know this one just from the hair. That's Tank Dell.
Yeah, Tank Dell. See,
Yeah.
this is what I mean. Like some are really easy, some are hard. Oh, that
Oh, I
one.
know that one.
That's Chelsea.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I know this one.
hang on. No, let me.
I know
no,
this
let's
one.
talk it out. Or let me talk it
I
out
know
first.
it.
Let me talk it out first.
I know this guy.
I was going to say Derek White from the NBA, but it's not. Why is his eyes just
Slanted.
They're rotated 20 degrees.
Is that a stroke?
Oh, he looks sad. I'm just going to say he's a sad player.
Mitch, you're gonna lose your shit when you know this. When you find out who this is,
Oh, that's funny.
terrible. I don't know eyes.
Austin Big Dick Eckler.
Oh, you bastard! The man that robbed me.
It looks like Stephen A. Smith.
That's funny. I thought I had to add in Eckler there just for Mitch.
Oh, it is too. That bald head. That's
That's
Derek
true.
White, actually. It's pretty close.
Here we go. Next one.
Holy shit!
No, Jay Cutler, but he doesn't play anymore.
You said the first one was the hardest. Oh my god!
Yeah, this one is. I feel like a lot of the.
Have you added? Is it like quarterback, wide receivers, RBs, tight
It
ends,
was just
or
all
is it
random.
kickers?
There's no kickers. There's
Okay,
no
good.
kickers. No.
What
They're
are we thinking,
all-
Gussie? What are
They're
we?
pretty much all startable fantasy players, minus a couple.
A little bit of bags under his eyes. Could be a QB. Bit small. I feel like he's smiling. Who's a smiling bloke?
It's not Aaron Rodgers. He's
No,
got
it's not
way-
Aaron
that's
Rodgers.
Got way too. It doesn't have.
I'm
very
thinking
enough hair.
quarterback for some reason. Wide receivers. Who's some white wide receivers?
Coop Cup. That's it.
Puka. Yeah, he's very white. I feel like we're on the QB route. Not Jordan Love. Not Russell Wilson.
I'm going tight end,
Patrick Mahomes.
and I'm gonna
Josh
say.
Oh, it could be tight end actually.
Are we gonna be like, oh my god, when you tell us?
I don't know. Like you like it. It's a very
Looks like JJ Redick.
It's a very popular player.
Yeah, I thought it was a smiling Jay Cutler. I'm just gonna go. Oh, I'm blank. I don't know. Who's this?
Would you like a position?
Nah. I feel like I'm on the fucking edge of getting it. RB, white RB.
It's not George Kittle.
No, Kittle's blonde.
Yeah, he's got like no sides.
And Mark Andrews got like a bit. He's not as rough around there.
Dallas got it.
Oh. No?
No.
Sam Laporta.
Oh,
Holy shit! Is
Yeah.
it really?
Yeah.
I don't see that actually. Though.
Yeah,
I
got some
thought he was
weird
more
eyes.
blondie.
Well, no, he looks old.
Fucking Porta Potty. You wouldn't think it's his second year in the league.
I know Laporta's face, but
yeah.
yeah, right. Okay. Hang on. Oh, we need to guess. He's got. Look at his right eye compared to his left.
Yeah, I know his lopsided.
Why has he got one bag under one eye? And not
I
the
know
other?
who that. I know who this
Yeah,
is.
it's Jared Goff.
Jared.
It's Ryan Gosling's. Okay.
Okay. This one you'll either get straight away or you'll take a while.
Christian McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, I think I know who this is. That's fucked up though.
Is it?
Stephon Diggs.
No, I don't think so. I'm gonna go.
I know those eyes.
I don't think his nose was that big.
Nice.
Okay, go Stephon then. Is it Stephon?
Stephon,
Is it
yeah.
right? I did not. Fuck, I didn't know
He's
his
got
nose
the
was that
eye. He's
big.
got the eyes that he doesn't want. He's not happy wherever he
Yeah.
goes.
With a wandering eye to the next location. Holy fuck! Oh, that's Tyreek.
That's the cheater.
Oh, what are you thinking? If someone walked in on us, just walked them.
I know. I think I know who that is. QB. Dak Prescott. No.
I was almost going to do Dak. Almost.
Holy fuck.
Oh, Caleb.
No, his nails aren't pink.
Not CJ.
Fuck. We can't not see Dak.
Corin.
Kyron's got fairly shortish, longish hair, like probably like your length.
That's why I thought he had like a little fade. Oh, no. I need to look up my player's eyes.
That's all you see through the helmet is the eyes.
I had someone on the top on like
I really don't know quarterbacks. I'm
Tony Pollard.
going to go running back as well. It's not Bijan. Fuck, Bijan's got a very
Bijan's got hair like that, but he's
got
got
very
like
noticeable, like
he's got like the
got
dread.
the Eddie Murphy like smile.
Bijan's a bit darker as well, I'd say.
Racist. Nah, I'm lost. I'll tap out.
I got nothing.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Oh my god, that does
don't
not look
see
like
that at
him.
all,
I see Dak before that, but you watch if we slowly made it, we'd see.
Yeah,
Amon.
100%. Oh, we got two here.
I know who the left is.
I know the left. I know those glistening eyes.
That's our boy Chop.
That's our boy Chop.
That's Chop.
Make any woman or man, whoever.
He has the eyes to steal anything, and the right is Brock Purdy.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with
Oh,
both. Yeah.
Yeah, that is both correct.
I know this next
Next
one.
one. Yeah, I know this one.
Hang on, let's just play it on for a little bit. It looks like if you look, just imagine like the next half. He just looks like he's like he's trying to hold in a joke at class.
Looks like he's
that
had
the
a big
Derrick
fat
Henry?
dude.
I'm actually going Lamar.
It's Lamar.
Yeah, it's Lamar. And I think that's it.
Sweet.
That's a good little
That's a
segment.
nice little nibbly one.
That was good. I can't believe
That was harder than I
I
thought.
can't believe the St. Brown.
Yeah.
The same Brown and who was
Laporta.
Laporta. That I
And
would never
Those
guess
Those
that.
Detroit boys.
Yeah.
And they are
We
good.
had a fair few Detroit boys in there.
Yeah, I know. Well, they're a good team.
Goff, Laporta, and then we had Armand.
Okay, sweet. Well, thank you for that, Fleeger. Thanks for
Alright.
That was-
covering my
that was
ass there.
great.
That was a great idea.
Thank you
Wasn't
very
sure how
much.
it was going to go, if it was going to fly through it, but it was good. We had some that were instant, some that you couldn't get. So
That's good. It was not right amount of challenge.
I fucking love Chop.
Mate, we could tell his eyes from a mile away.
isn't it funny, like a player like Chop, not the most well known, but as soon as you see
Yes.
those eyes, it's
You
just
just know.
you just know.
We're gonna wrap it up there as we always do our off corner. I can't believe we've got our main discussion point today. We've got a big Pooslinger game in the next 12 hours.
Yes.
The
I'll be getting up for
Pats versus London's quote unquote unofficial London team, the Jaguars. Poor London people. I just gave them the shittest team you could think of.
See, I'd nearly argue the fact that why do they call the Jags the New London team? Like,
They've always travelled
wouldn't
there.
you say like New England, London,
Yeah, but
England?
Londoners aren't gonna
But the
love the Patriots,
the New England Patriots are so American though.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
They're like
and they're not gonna give.
it's like Boston.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that. But you'd think New England, like
Yeah.
England
No, I know what you mean.
would want to like come here, let me nurture you.
Yeah,
You have your name, our name in your name.
yeah.
Let's be one.
in honor of
Could've
that,
branded it well.
Yeah, could have branded it heaps well.
in honor of that, what's some Australian teams? Well, hang on, let me say it again.
What NFL team?
Yeah, in honor of that, what current NFL team would make a great Aussie team? What team do you boys think? Whether it would embody Australian culture, or they'd fit right in, or what sort of teams come off your mind when you think our version of the Jags?
Mine, I
Londoners.
said it before, mine would be Green Bay
Yep.
Packers, just because of the colour scheme they've got going on.
Great reason.
Green and gold,
Yeah.
Kangaroos,
Yeah.
Wallabies, you know.
Doing the Lambo leap at ANZ
At
Stadium.
ANZ Stadium, imagine that.
Imagine that.
Or down at the couldn't
MCG.
get at the MCG, the most iconic stadium in
I can
all
see
of
it now.
Australia.
Yeah. Okay.
Or you could potentially say Washington Commanders for the Brisbane Broncos up at Suncorp. The seats are even maroon and gold.
Well, wouldn't you do the Denver Broncos?
Denver Broncos for the Brisbane Broncos.
The two game 2-game match between them. One has to play NRL for the game.
One
The
has
other,
to
the other
play
game's NFL. The difference.
Reece
wins.
Walsh at wide receiver,
There you go. Yeah.
ready to go.
I could see Bo Nix there down at
the-
Caxton.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
having a couple of beers.
I like it. Even just the colour scheme, that's a good enough reason. Just
I
to,
think
it's better than
packet,
what
yeah.
the Jag was. I actually need to look up why the Jags. Was it just because they're shit and they didn't want to give? They just said, "Oh, here you go, take someone."
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really have much.
Even
Why-
Jacksonville.
That's back-to-back weeks there, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you reckon they surely would have
That's
just
their
stayed
unofficial
there.
home.
They surely
Yeah,
would have just stayed there.
Yeah, 100%. They'd be
think.
sipping tea.
'Cause
and
they
all
Jet
that.
lag would rock.
They
it.
took Miami and Kansas to Amsterdam last year.
Did they?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Well, they had a Brazil game this year.
They need to bring it to Australia. Apparently, there's talk that Philly are coming. to
Travel would
play at
fuck them that
Melbourne.
way.
Travel
Actually, it wouldn't be worse than London, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
24 hours to America to
It's a
here,
bit
isn't it?
better.
Or like it's about that.
Well, especially because is it New England playing there?
Yeah.
Yes, they're a bit closer on that side. If it was like
Yeah,
LA,
true.
Or it'd be far.
What,
Right,
what,
who's yours, Fleek?
what's yours like?
I don't really have any. I guess I'd go similar to Gary's with the color scheme. But yeah, like I just couldn't put anything.
Surely you'd go the Texans.
That's just
Red, white, and blue. Australian flag.
That's every flag.
The Australian Texans.
Who you got, Mitch?
I've taken a logical approach to this. So bit of elimination. They're not going to give us a great team. They're not going to give us like one with big history like the Raiders, the Niners, the Cowboys.
Mhm.
They're not going to give us ones that names don't make sense like the Texans, the Pats, the Chiefs, those sort of things.
Mhm.
So that rules out a fair few. They're going to give us sort of a relatively newer team, pretty poor team. But I want one that's a little bit exciting. So I went with the Buccaneers. I
Yep.
think now the name makes sense. The Buccaneers, they'll sail the high seas to Australia. That's they've got a bit of law about it. They're pirates, so they want to do that. They got a little bit of swagger. They're exciting. They got Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans. They got a great offense.
Yeah.
I think it's good for our viewership, which plays a part. And Roger Goodell's not going to say, "No, you guys are too good of a franchise to go over there. Let's send off Titans or something like that." They're going to. Bucks aren't that high on the
Keep
pecking order.
Titans. I don't want Will Levis.
Yeah,
to
I don't
lean
want
the
that as a fan watching. It's a negotiation here. We got to give both ways. And also Florida is pretty fucking crazy of a place as well.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
you see stories of gators in backyards and the
Oh,
humid
yeah.
climate and random shit like that. That fits right in with our mold.
We got that up in Cairns.
Exactly. They come down to Cairns and just basically at home for them. It'll be a home game.
Just the snout on the Crocs are a little bit short.
Exactly. Crocs are bigger than gators. And finally, just imagine Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans at the Caxton or the Star or something like that. You know what I mean? Like I reckon Baker would relish in that. He'd just
he would. He
he'd
wouldn't
be
rock
like a
up
fish
for the-
out of
he
water,
wouldn't
but
rock up for the game.
no, he'd just
He'd be still there drinking.
imagine him and Mike Evans just walking on Service Paradise, something like that. Like, so Buccaneers, my unofficial Australian team.
I like it.
Yeah, I like the Bucks
I
because
like that.
they haven't they're not like an established American team or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's good.
If I reckon we would have had a good chance if Brady and Buddy turn them into a winning team. So otherwise they would have fucking got sent over here. But
It'd be
Yeah.
nice if we weren't so far away from America and
Yeah,
could
everyone.
everybody could have in Australia actually could have had a team. You know what I mean?
we got to shout out Aiden in his
He said the Rams. fucking
bird poo in his eye. Did say
terrible. Fucking team.
duck poo in his eye. Did say Rams. Which I'll give them credit. They actually have got a dedicated social media page for us,
Yeah,
and they do
also-
show some initiative.
They film shit down at Bondi and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
and Cup is looks like a bit of a surfer. He could be a surfer.
Oh,
boy,
he
you know?
looks like
Oh,
he'd be
true.
down
Stafford
fucking
as well.
Bondi in the
Yeah.
off season, doesn't he? Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, Stafford looks more like a skater sort of boy.
I'd say Stafford's more like the lifeguards. Like a
True.
Yeah.
I can see him in the blue.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
Can
sweet. Well, unless you have any parting words, boys, we're now 4th down under. Next week we'll say that in the intro. But
Beautiful.
thanks for the time. Thanks
Thank
for
you very
everyone for
much.
watching.
See you
See
next
yous.
week.